Hello and welcome to 2026 Dragus Productions' first night back to streaming this year. And we'll start out with Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show Sunday Night Edition. Hope everybody's had a great time off because we sure have. Looking forward to a great new year, a whole new great year of streaming. And we're going to have you part of it. So I'm going to get the guys together here in just a few minutes, and we'll get everything set up as I connect up to all the other platforms. Appreciate each and every one of you. Hey, Roger. Yeah. Welcome in, Roger, in the Kick Chat. Appreciate you, man. Hold the fort in there until I can get everything's connected up. I still have a few places that I'm working on right now. I will get everything going here, and like always, so Roger, I hope you had a great year for streaming in last year, and this year I hope you have another great year. So let's get this going so that I can get the folks rolling. It's a Willie night, I'm sure. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Let's see here. Having some problems with the party over on party. I don't know why. We'll get it rolling here. All you party animals. Having some problems doing some connecting over there. We're working on it. I am. Not sure what's going on though. Streaming. Gotta tweak some things around. Well, now, let me get the folks on the call. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
Not too much. How was your holiday?
Good, good. What's up, Doc?
How's it going,
Doc, welcome in, buddy.
guys?
Welcome to the future, man.
It is. It is. It's. Haven't seen you guys since last year.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Oh man, it's funny. I got up, like, I went to my homepage of YouTube and I see our Sunday show up there, like 3-4 minutes before I even got the call. I'm like, damn,
There you go. There you go.
that's up early. Why do you start it so early, Mark? That's like even the pre-show shouldn't be on YouTube.
Yeah, we always do a pre-show. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the pre-show, you know, it's like 20, 30
But you know what I
minutes.
mean? Like, YouTube videos are so, like, dependent. Like, you click it, and then if you're hearing dead air or whatever, you're gone. You know what I mean? Instantly gone.
Yeah, YouTube is. They're finicky. The AI and the
Yeah.
algorithm are very finicky.
Well, and people are, too. I mean, they just, like, you know, you go in there, you click it, and it's, like, just, 3 minutes of dead air before anything happens. Nobody's going to sit through 3 minutes. They might, like, tick forward to see what's going on, because it's
That's
live. They can't.
Yeah, like
Actually, yeah, it's live. They can't even do that.
yeah. Usually, like a countdown. Usually, will keep them around for like 3 to 5 minutes if you have a countdown going.
Yeah.
You know, but
They'll come back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I might, like, leave it in a tab, counting down, and then open a new tab and actually watch something.
Yeah, I mean, there are people with those kind of attention spans. Generally speaking, though, they've moved to TikTok and Instagram these days. But yes, YouTube would like to get them back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. We've got a big, God, man, we haven't been on the show in, like, weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much news we could cover.
Yeah.
It's hard to even, like, go back that far, really.
Return of the Fly. Yeah.
I mean, the Bondi shooting was probably maybe where we left off last time. I think that was, we covered that, but I don't know, man. You know what I mean?
What was the yeah, I don't
Actually,
even remember.
No, the Bondi thing was on Christmas. Actually, now that I think about it, that was Christmas, wasn't it? For, like, Christmas Eve?
Might have been. I don't.
So we
I
probably haven't
didn't
even covered that.
Yeah, I haven't. I didn't pay any attention to the news for like a week during Christmas time. I just like took a
Nice.
break. I was like, I'm just gonna watch football, hang out with family, and there was football on like every day, so it was really easy.
Well, you do know that Donald Trump is now the president of Venezuela, right? You heard that one?
I thought Rubio was gonna be the president of Venezuela.
I thought Rubio is considered governor.
Oh, that's right.
Military
That's right.
governor.
Governor. That's correct.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you go.
I vaguely remember somebody saying that was probably going to happen. I vaguely remember somebody. I don't know. This was like telegraphed from a mile away. It was so crazy that people like didn't think we were going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was very shocked at the response, though. There's a lot of people super excited about it, and I'm just like, well, we'll see what happens.
And all the people pissed off are still like out there waving the Free Palestine flags because they just don't have another flag. You know what I mean?
It's so frustrating being an anti-war, anti-intervention isolationist because the anti-war crowd from the Democrats is absolutely insane and completely hypocritical. If Biden would have done this, they would have been cheering. So those people I don't even take seriously, but they make people who actually have legitimate complaints about the constant intervening in foreign nations that we do as a country, that they drowned out, and it makes those arguments unheard, and it's not good for this country. I don't think I not especially when we're like so deeply in debt and so many cultural problems at home. It's just, I don't know, concerns me.
Yeah, I hear you, but you know, if this operation is the whole thing, and now it's just about like not really having any resistance from here, then that was the quickest war I've ever seen.
It's not a war.
And I think the people are happy there. You know, from what I've seen. Hear you, but you know, if this every Venezuelan I've seen operation is got videos like I could play tonight if we weren't on the radio that just show in countries all over the world, like 50,000 people, 20,000 people at a pop out there celebrating in the major cities.
Yeah, I don't care.
So much of Venezuela.
So I don't care about Venezuelans. I don't. I care about Americans, and that's the problem.
And it's good for America that this guy's gone. And if we can honestly put a good government in place that does share the wealth of the nation with the citizens and makes life positive. I mean, they used to be one of the wealthiest countries in the world, and then communism took over, and now they get a chance again. So that's how I hope it works, right? I hope it's that easy.
It'd be nice if that's how it ever worked out, but it doesn't. I mean, we've been messing around in South America for, I don't know, since the 40s. Well, no, I think the first incursions were in the early 1900s when we went down there and set up all kinds of things for corporations down there the first time around. So, I mean, I just, there's so much history of this not going right. And the problem now, the problem now is that we're pot committed. If we don't make sure it goes right, then it's a bad move. But if we have to put troops on the ground to secure the oil infrastructure, that's not going to go over. So it's a lose-lose situation, politically speaking. Maybe not long-term for the economy and security of the empire, but for Americans at home, long-term, like I don't know that it's a positive. It wasn't a positive when we took out Noriega in Panama. So or was it? I don't know. I mean, hell, Mark can speak to that. You know, he served down there during that time.
Yeah.
I mean, it may have been positive for Panama.
Some mixed feelings about the Panama thing, but you know, all in all, I think, you know, at first it was rough, and then right now they still have a lot of Cuban influence there. I'm going to say that, all right?
Well, and Chinese. So that's why we had to have BlackRock go back down and buy the thing.
And,
so,
you know, my thing is, you know, we should have never gave up the canal, all right? We should have tried to extend the lease, all right? And we didn't do that, all right? We just did.
Oh, we said, they set themselves up for a really bad situation giving it up in the first place, and that led. But really, what brought Noriega to the forefront was that the CIA hired him to run cocaine and guns for Iran-Contra in the 70s. And then he kept doing it after we got away from him, and they wanted him out because of the Panama Canal. Like it turned into, it started out with good intentions, and it started out with things that we were trying to do in the Middle East, and it ended up coming back to a bunch of people in America being hooked on crack cocaine. And that's what I don't like about this whole thing. When it all comes said and done in 10 years, are Americans going to be better off? I hope so, but I don't have any evidence historically that that's the case.
No.
Man, I'm going through my timeline here while we're talking, and I'm finding my first reference to the Shirley, video on December, weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's so funny how we've missed so many news cycles. I'm still nowhere near the end of my feed.
Yeah, I'm rolling through it right now as well. I do have to say the Quality Leering Center is a story. I really, it's awesome that Nick brought this to the attention of everyone. This fraud has been going on for decades in the Somalian community, and everybody's known about it. There's been articles going back into the early 2000s written about it. But making it so absolutely apparent that every one of these programs is a grift, it's such a huge blessing. It really is. It's crazy that...
And they're the biggest landlords in the neighborhoods too, right? They're just renting out everything.
Of course.
And paying the rent because you got to have a physical, and then they probably get a heads up when an inspector's going to come by, so they have the same 20 kids go from one place to the other when the inspector's there.
100%. Yeah, they just did that on the place that Nick went to, the Leering Center. They just did that. They just had the inspectors come in and give them a clean. You're good. Everything's fine here.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then you show up a week later. What got me every time is all the fresh snow. Well, I wouldn't call it fresh per se, but all the snow on the ground, no footprints in it. Right? All kinds of patches of snow with no footprints in it, right 10 feet from the front door. Every little kid on the planet's going to go jump in that snow.
No big old hand scoop where a snowball was taken out of the pile. Nothing.
Yeah, you had 100 kids walk in and out of that place at least, once a day, and there's no footprints anywhere.
Yeah.
That's what just solidified. I'm watching it place after place, time and time again. It's there's no mass groups of kids going in and out of here ever. You just look at the ground and it's impossible.
And did you see some of the other other local independent journalists were doing the same things in their towns? There was one guy in Ohio who was going to places. There was another guy in Washington that was going to places. They found the same thing.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Do you see people over there ever? No, never see anybody over there. No, that place is empty.
I had an interesting experience with that when I first moved to Portland. One of the stores my wife used to run, the company sold the store, but she used to run this one store that was next to a Somalian grocery store, quote unquote. And what it was an illegal gambling money laundering operation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they never sold any groceries, not once.
In the UK, they have a million Turkish barbers.
Yes, same thing.
Yeah, they're just everywhere, and you never really see anyone doing anything there. And it's I remember when Tommy Robinson got out of prison last time. He said, "Yeah, first thing I'm going to do, go to a Turkish barber and get a nice clean shave." I think about 20% of the audience caught that. Yeah. Well, Tommy's audience probably 80%, but
yeah, Tommy's audience caught that for sure. But yeah, it's all these systems, the way that they have them set up. It's not by accident. They set them up to make these communities permanent voting class for the whatever party bribes them, whether it's the Labour Party in the UK or the Democrats here in the US. It's literally whatever party bribes them, whatever party, the Labour Party in the UK or the Party.
Exactly. Oh, man.
What other good ones do we have? Those are two good ones to talk about for sure.
There's a lot of, really the two big stories to run with tonight are Venezuela Libre and really Nick Shirley, I think. we could probably do the first 40 minutes on those two.
Yeah, probably for sure.
You know, easily, yeah. And then I've got like 18 other tabs up.
Very good, very good. I mean, there is lots to talk about. A lot has happened. I mean, it's not like I missed all the news. I just didn't get all the extra garbage in between. I cut the headlines. You know, like the last couple days, I've been catching up on headlines and stuff, and just figuring out where we are. The Venezuela the thing kind of brought me back into crap. Got to start paying attention.
Yeah. Man, I saw so many videos of people like waking up their spouse and telling them, you know, America just went in and arrested Maduro, and they're like getting out of bed going, what? And then like going out in the streets and partying in the morning, you know? Like first thing in the morning, just a giant street party. Half the people are in their pajamas just screaming, you know, Viva la Libre.
Yeah, I was frustrated by all the fake videos people were sharing, though. Like, there were real ones. Like, I'm not saying there weren't real ones. Of course, there are people that are happy. I mean, if China came over and black bagged Trump tomorrow, there would be Democrats cheering in the streets. Nobody would deny that. But yeah, like, of course. I'm fairly certain that the at least 2 or 3 of the big accounts. They're like Alex Jones, and I can't remember, there's 2 others. They shared these videos that were like clearly not from Venezuela at that time. In fact, one was Miami and one was Venezuela protesting Maduro not stepping down after he stole the election. And they were sharing them like these were these big events happening on the streets right now, just after we bombed Caracas. And I'm just like, I mean, I'm sure people are happy. There are people hated Maduro, but I'm pretty certain there isn't 100,000 people in the middle of the town square at what looks like high noon. Like, it's not, I mean, that would be covered internationally, right? Like that.
Yeah. Maybe not.
I mean, I'm sure
we all know how the UK runs.
Well, right, but I'm talking about the people that were the people that were behind, like, were super excited about this, which there are quite a few people. Newsmax, Fox, like I'm surprised that they weren't again on that train sharing those videos. It was just weird to me. So many fake videos popped up immediately within like time frame that didn't make any sense. Because it was just weird to, you know, 100,000 people out on the street at that point in time. It just didn't make sense. And then you find out it was from 18 months ago, you know. Like, I just hate when people do stuff like that and then don't correct themselves. I'm sure Venezuelans are happy, some of them, you know, but like it's just, it doesn't help anything when we as independent commentators do stuff like that.
Well, I know a few Venezuelans here that were super happy about it.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Works with a few at her work that came here from, you know, because of all that. Legally,
yeah, I'm sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But
I have no problem with Venezuelans who want to come here legally and become Americans because, you know, South America is crazy. I have no problem with that. It's just that I don't know. I'm just worried that this is not going to turn out good for us. Yeah. That's my.
And there's a lot of them around the world. I think like a third of the population of Venezuela is left, and now, you know, like a diaspora. It's the second largest one, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the world right now.
Yeah,
and a lot of them do want to go back.
That's what I like. If they go back and they make it a good country, I will be super happy for them, and I will. The
trick is.
I'll be eating.
They gotta see. They gotta see the stability. They gotta hear the good stories coming out of there. You know what I mean? They gotta see that like positive light that says, "Hey, man, things are getting better here really quick. You better come back right now." You know what I mean? And they will get on the next boat or whatever and be there.
There's just some issues. I've said this before. Wherever you're at, Central or South America, chances are they're going to have a dictator. All right?
Yeah.
They understand a powerful person leading everything. All right?
Oh, yeah. That is South America.
And they're not so into like an election for, even when they elect their president, it's like a temporary dictatorship.
Yeah.
So we have to understand that, and I think they understood that with Panama. But the problem with Panama was, as soon as we got rid of Noriega, we let his, I think it was his cousin, take over, Carlos Duque, and you don't let family, come in and okay, well you're it's not like, well, who's to say, could there have been bad blood between the two of them? I don't know. But I know one was more of a politician and the other one more of a military type guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Not to say that those folks over there, they've all spent some kind of time in the military, or they bought their way out of it because they do conscription there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, no, and that's like, I don't expect Venezuela to be free like a American republic or whatever. I
would like to see it go back to where it was maybe in the early 80s and 90s. They had, they were a rocking place to go. When I was in Panama, I would have loved
I got 2 words.
I would have loved to have an opportunity to, hang out in Venezuela. Man, the women in Venezuela are hot.
Yeah, I got 2 words. 51st state.
But I don't see how that makes America better.
51st state, no. We're still looking at, was it Greenland for that, and possibly Canada. I would take Greenland over Canada.
Yeah. I'm ready to do a straight up trade for Minnesota for Ontario.
I don't know. Well,
or even Manitoba.
If we can get Rizzo back, then okay. If you're okay with that, then I'm all right with that point, But only if we can get Rizzo back. All right.
He'd be a U.S. citizen, yeah.
Yeah.
Good to go. I'll tell you what he does, though, man. It's so impressive, his show. I haven't seen it in a little while, but man, every time I do, I'm just blown away.
I haven't had a chance to really go over any of his shows in that over this
Doc,
holiday.
it's called Social Cancer, if I'm not mistaken, and it's Rizzo over on like BitChute.
Mm-hmm.
You should go find one of those episodes, dude. It is just the most insane shit you've ever seen. He's so good at what he does, like compiling video clips of all the craziest crap that happened last week.
He's a clip maniac.
2 hours of it where you're stuck to the edge of your seat the whole time watching it, going, "Oh my God, what's next?"
Yeah. I'll have to check that out.
Is that it, Mark? Social Cancer?
Yeah, Social Cancer. It's So Cancer. SOC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one more cancer. You know how you
I'll be right back. I got to take the dog out real
one
quick.
word.
Take the dog out. He's taking a dump.
Yeah.
That's code. It's code.
Code. I was
Drop the kids off at the pool.
I was wondering if we would get a David Hogg tonight.
Oh, yeah. Wishing him a Happy New Year as well, of course. And Yodavation. I'm chatting with Yodavation all the time.
Yodavation may be. You know what?
She seems very, excited to come back very soon. Sooner than later.
I think what's happening is that she probably won't come back for a while because they're going to appoint her as the leader of Venezuela because she likes Trump so much. So, and he needs someone there, that's going to like him. So, yeah. All that moving around, she's going to have to move again. We might have to tell her. We got the notice.
All right, I'm back.
He's back.
Back again.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do...
Tell your friend.
I am going
New room?
get all of our radio buffers going right now.
I thought you were trying to say that you were going to start a new room.
No, well, no. We're going to come right back to this one here in like
but
a minute or so. Let me get that all worked out right now.
All right, so we're leaving and then coming back?
Yeah.
it's the same thing we do every time. You just hang up and it'll come right back in like, I don't know, count to 2 minutes out or something.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see.
You just don't want to start the call.
Yeah, he hung up. You're too late.
All right, I'll do the same. Just switch us over to the next one here.
All right.
Yeah, take like a minute or something and put us in the new one.
Yeah, well, you just have to make sure that we're out by the, well, there, that's good. We'll be right back. I'm going to connect up and get the show rolling, because at the top of the hour is when the radio portion starts. Do, 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 do. Okay, you there?
Yep.
All right. Make sure that at the top of the hour we clear before the 57-minute mark. Okay.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, we're going to get cut off.
Yep.
Where'd Doc go?
He should be back in here in any second.
Strange.
No way I could play one of these. Let me see. Let me test something real quick.
Yeah, you better test.
Number one of them.
I heard it.
Yeah. Yeah, but it paused immediately.
If you want to share the video, you can start doing that. That's
I can?
up to you. Yeah, you could. For those who are on the video platforms, that might be interesting to them. That's up to you, though.
Yeah, but I play it on a different device.
Yeah,
so.
That'd be kind of tough then.
In theory, I could do it, but I don't know. I'd have to test that out.
I don't see Doc. I know he came into the room. There he is.
There he is. There's Doc.
Yep. All right.
Mark was starting to panic, Doc.
I
could
know.
hear the panic in his voice. Oh, God, he's got no audio. No, I'm panicking.
Oh, no. Did you try turning it off and turning it back on again?
Oh, classic.
All right, we got 30 seconds until we go live and on the radio side for the first time.
Oh, God.
Very, very, very first time this year. And look out, cats, dogs, and kids. It's going to be great. We got a whole bunch of great stuff lined up with you with the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. And here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you are live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show for Sunday night, January 4th, 2026. Congratulations, everyone. You made it to a new year. And so did we. Doc, it's great to have you here. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, gentlemen, as well. Glad to start off the year right with a roundtable radio show. That's always good.
And I would like to start out with two words that have rung out through the world for the last 2 days. Venezuela libre. Liberty. Libre. Venezuela has been liberated by Donald Trumpo. And I was saying in the pre-show, and Doc, we've got to talk about this a little bit. If this is the end of the conflict, if there is no more conflict, if we simply can go in there and start managing, he said he's going to send in the oil companies, start taking over everything and yada, yada, and, create this machine. And then we had Maduro steal the last election down there, basically. The lady that won the Nobel Peace Prize and dedicated it to Donald Trump knew what she was doing. She was working very hard for another gentleman who was running for office, and she had the receipts. She snuck them out of the country, and at great risk to her own safety. Now she's exiled, living overseas for fear of her life in Venezuela under Maduro. And if they can take the guy that actually won the last election and say, "Here you go, buddy, you're the new president," there's talks that that Maduro's vice president is next in line, and so she should therefore be the next president. But she's part of the corrupt system. No, you're gone. Get a new fresh blood. Get the guy who actually won the last election. Put him in place. Turn off the military, and we could be at a point where within a few weeks there's actually like a U.S. military parade through Caracas where they go through and just play music and hand out food and trucks and truckloads of food, and it's just the biggest celebration the world's ever seen, as we've hopefully liberated Venezuela in the course of about 2 hours of actual conflict.
I mean, if it worked, if that's the way it goes.
Yeah, if it works, that's the rosy picture.
Yeah, currently Venezuela's vice president is still in charge of the military and country, so we'll see how it plays out. I know Trump did say that he wants to install somebody in there. Perhaps, I'm not very excited about this situation. I'm very much on the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm an anti-interventionist and isolationist, if you will, and I wear that badge proudly. I don't think we should have been in World War II. I don't think we should have fought World War I. I think all of those things were antithetical to the United States. But that being what it is, Venezuela is, for this to go right, a couple things have to work out. We have to be able to bribe the people that are in power right now into choosing us over China and the communist system. They can be dictators, that's fine, but we're going to need them to pledge allegiance to the United States for this to work that way. And man, I'm concerned that that's not how this is going to play out. I'm very, very concerned about what happens if we have to go back in there. That's where I'm at.
And I hear you, and I agree with it, right? I just hope that there's that sense of freedom, that desire for freedom in Venezuela where they can actually make this happen. You know what I mean? I'm hearing it from the people out there saying, in all these videos, I could play a bunch of videos of people just ecstatic and, so happy about this. I can show you in, all these different countries around the world, tens of thousands of people were showing up in the town square celebrating this. And there's that sense of the people in Venezuela. It's only been 25 years under socialism, right? So they've lived long enough. Many of them, people our age, have lived to see both sides of this coin. And what they're seeing during the Maduro years and the Chavez years was garbage. They didn't like it. Sucked. It sucked. It used to be great, and then it just sucked. It went to crap under socialism, as things tend to do. Yeah. And so, you have to hope that there's just that sense of, let's do this once and for all. We're sick and tired of this. We're not going to be communists or socialists anymore. Let's fix the system and make Venezuela great again. MVGA. Let's make the hats tomorrow. Patent that. Boom, done. Money in the bank.
I think Trump already said that in his little speech he gave the other night. And look, I hate to be this guy. I would love for Venezuela to be as free as it's humanly possible for them to be, and to have great wealth, and to be successful partners with the United States. But I don't think they're going to be willing partners. I think the majority of the people that are left in the country are not very excited about being under the imperial eye of the United States. They are one of the few countries that was, as crappy as a country as it was, it wasn't on the Federal Reserve international banking system. Well, that's over. The idea that a nation that has, like, for example, a jungle the size of Iraq for these cocaine cartel members to hide out in is going to just immediately become a free nation again at this point. I just don't. There's all of the people who want freedom aren't in the country, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. So I don't see the rosy picture. Although I would love it to be the case, I just don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, and I just, I really hope it does. But at the very least, we took this step, and it was quick. It's not gonna be a prolonged, multi-year war.
Well, I mean, that depends. I mean, he says he wants to run the country, right? Like, if they decide that they don't want to do what he says, he said he's going to go back in. I mean, that's my concern, is that they will, once this situation settles down in a couple months, we'll be in a situation where we have to send bombers back in again, or we'll have to send another CIA unit in to take out another leader. And that's what I'm concerned about, because there is no reason for them to play ball if they can drag this out for better conditions.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know, man. I got to look at this cup as half full. I mean, we've got countries like Iran, Russia, China, and whatnot that are floating this country to get the oil. China truly does need the oil, but
well, now they're going to go to Russia and get their oil then.
Exactly, and Russia's got plenty of it.
Yeah.
Why are they even buying oil in Venezuela and shipping it to China? You couldn't ask for a more complicated shipping route. You know what I mean?
Well, that's to influence Venezuela against the United States. It's obvious. I mean, like, the reality of the political situation is real. I mean, China is influencing Venezuela against the United States, 100%. I absolutely submit that is true. I just think that invading a country, taking their leader in the middle of the night, killing 40 to 80 people, how many ever people died, and bribing people and then getting out is leaving a power vacuum that we're going to have to go back in to deal with. And nation building has not worked out for us in my lifetime.
I hear you there. I hear you. We really just need to hope that they can do it on their own, that they've got the will to, take it from here.
I hope so.
They've got the inspiration now. You know what I mean?
I'm cheering for them to do so. Absolutely.
Yeah. And so we'll see again where it goes. I'm a little more optimistic than you are about it. I think that's safe to say.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the towers get blown up when I was 18, and then my friends be sent over to Iraq for 20 years and nothing came of that. And then, it's just, I've seen it in my lifetime never work out.
Yeah, exactly. The on and on, Afghanistan, Iraq, it's just a never-ending list. Vietnam, okay, I'll go back to, I'd say probably Korea. I don't know how much they accomplished,
Korea and
but at least
Japan
they put down a line where South Korea, actually became a really good country, and North Korea just, garbage.
Well, that's the reality of the situation. If somebody actually in that country of Venezuela decides to take real leadership and says, yes, we're a tiny little weak country, we're going to be under the influence of one big country or another, let's just accept the United States, they're going to end up like North Korea. They will. I just hope that's what actually takes place.
Well, and again, I said it earlier, but I'll just repeat it before we move on to the next subject. But Trump said we're going to be managing the transition, between the new powers. And in the process of doing so, we're going to send in many U.S. oil companies that are going to establish themselves there.
Yep.
And start hopefully turning on that revenue and making money for the coffers of Venezuela to help the people.
It looks like there's
And-
other companies headed down as well too. So it's not just oil companies. It looks like there's like 20 or so companies ready to make a trip down in March. So that's
and start investing money and making things happen. And if they can, in that process, like I say, pick up the guy who allegedly won the last election that Maduro quote unquote stole, then I don't know. Let's just cross our fingers and hope that that all can kind of come together, and that the army and the vice president don't make too much of a fuss. But the army there didn't do much when we went in there. There were no casualties, no lost airplanes, no nothing. They were kind of shocked that they sent in so many helicopters, because helicopters are kind of easy targets if you don't have total ground control.
Did you see
and none of them?
They bribed them. They bribed the targeting guys. They bribed them all. That's what the CIA has been doing down there since August.
So we bribe them all again with a really good country that you guys can all make a great living in, and it's going to be the Riviera. And I was joking earlier, but the 51st state, right? Let's go.
Look, if they'll take money instead of having to go down there with our soldiers and bombs, that's better. That is absolutely better.
And they don't have the money, man. These armies, the people in the military there are making nothing. You tell them to go shoot an American soldier, like go out there head to head with this, Delta Force dude, and they're going to be like, no, what are you nuts? You pay me like $5 a month. I'm not going to go head to head with a Delta Force.
And the Delta Force guy's got a sack of $50K in his hand. And he's like, hey, I got $50K for you right here. You know what I mean?
Right? Here, take it. Like, boom, you're set for life, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's that. Let's see here. I was just about to dive into another aspect of this. Let's see. I'm so sorry. I just had this in my head, and I was just about to dive into it because it's an interesting aspect of it. But yeah. Okay, why did Maduro go to New York City for trial? Southern District of New York. Trump takes him to the Southern District of New York to prosecute him. Why? Why not Florida? Miami-Dade.
Don't want honest judges on this case.
People have asked why not Guantanamo Bay, but I know why you can't send him to Guantanamo Bay. That would be
that would
overrun in like 2 hours.
Yeah, that would. Yeah. There would be a firefight. Yep, that would not work out. No.
Cuba would send every tank they have right at Guantanamo Bay, and it'd be a bloodbath. And no, they'd fly them out of there in like 20 minutes flat.
Yeah.
But Miami, it's kind of the closest court to Venezuela, and I don't know, Southern District of New York. It makes no sense unless. And Wayne Allen Root wrote an article about this. I don't know if you caught it. There's a lot of Dominion stuff that happened in Venezuela as well.
I've heard some of this stuff.
And he's postulating that he could tie it all together and actually come up here and in his testimony, in a plea deal, so to speak, he could drop every bomb there is, just drop all the truths all at once. Heck, he's probably knows Epstein really well too, and has a whole copy of his book,
if that ends up playing out, I don't know if it will or not. I don't know enough about the Smartmatic stuff. I've only heard the peripheral stuff. But if that ends up being true, if he does turn over some people, deep state stuff, interfering with elections, that kind of thing, if that turns out to be true, snatching them up and bringing them up here and doing that probably be valuable for the United States. Absolutely. I don't know how true any of that stuff is, but we'll see how it plays out. Like, I think one of the things that they're probably thinking is, SDY, that Southern District is pretty angered Trump quite a bit and has been in the crosshairs a little bit of the administration. It'd be a great way to then get back in favor is to run this case exactly the way Trump wants it run. I think they could be counting on the fact that this court is a little more malleable than Miami.
And, you get a guy like that up there testifying under oath that this all happened, and, it's kind of damning. It really is. It's kind of like, it's almost hard to not look at that and take it seriously, even if you're a Clinton appointee or whatever, And the judge who's working this case actually is a Clinton appointee, 92 years old. And he just keeps getting all these Trump cases and votes against him every single time. So it'll be very interesting to see. Again, you've got the Tides Foundation funded, astroturfed, like 60-year-old white people in New York, screaming against Donald Trump, no kings, and, don't start a war. And then they're being confronted by Venezuelans in the street that are saying, hey, man, this is the greatest thing ever. Viva la Libre,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, it's going to keep the news cycle busy for the next couple weeks, that's for sure.
Gosh, months.
That's true.
Right?
That's
I mean, you're talking about like these meetings in March. I mean,
Yeah.
this is going to be a big story for potentially the next year.
Yeah, could be. Could dominate the news cycle. I hope not, because there are more positive American things that Trump needs to focus on for the midterms, like in the news cycle. Like, you're a president, you have lots of things to do. You're doing all the kinds of different things at one time. So I've never kind of been on him too much about that. But the public perception of what's going on is a key factor in the midterms. That midterm is looking pretty scary right now.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just reading some of these comments. One person said it's one thing to arrest Maduro, but to bring his wife with him to the same jail is a real insult to injury.
Yeah.
Like, your life sucks enough. Now you got your wife sitting next to you going, I told you not to make that deal. I told you we shouldn't have done this.
Right. Yeah, you should have just taken the deal. We'd be in Italy already. God.
Yeah, right. Hamas has condemned the kidnapping of Venezuela President Maduro and his wife. Hamas are experts in kidnapping, so we should learn from their wisdom. It's not about defending Maduro. It's about the dangerous precedent. Now, any narco dictator that has been in power for 26 years, persecuting and murdering opponents and disregarding outcomes of elections is at risk. If Keir Starmer had been the president of the U.S., this operation would have ended with Washington handing over Puerto Rico and $1 trillion to Venezuela.
Probably. That's it.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we're gonna go like all the way with this empire stuff, Keir is, he's on the list, right? We got to go Canada, then Keir. If we're gonna go all the way, let's do it, right?
Yeah, I just saw an article. I've got it in my feed here somewhere that he just mentioned he's going to be in office through the end of this year, end of 2026. At the soonest, it'll be sometime next year. And he said, the previous administration was constantly swapping out their leaders, which they were, right? The Tories constantly flipping, And he's like, no, we're not going to do that. So I will be in office for the next year. He is polling at 20% or so. It is scheduled. If there was an election tomorrow,
15.
Yeah, if there's an election tomorrow, Reform UK would pick up 376 seats. Labour would lose 326, right? Conservatives would lose 51. SNP would gain 31, and Labour Democrats would lose 37. Okay, so that is just a landslide. That is all of the Labour and the Conservatives are just gone. They're losing 326 for Labour and 51 seats for Conservatives. That's just a landslide. Reform picking up 376 if they had the election tomorrow. He's got to be shaken in his boots. You talk about him being next. How unpopular. Dude, hold a snap election. I dare you. I triple dare you. You won't, because the country will never come back. It'll be different forever the minute they hold an election.
No, I think England might be on its way to having its Trump moment. I don't know if Farage will be the leader that is the Trump, so to speak, but the reform movement is going to kick the door wide open, no matter if the election is tomorrow, next week, end of the year, 3 years from now. Reform's going to be just waiting there, nipping at both parties' heels. It's actually quite impressive what they've done. It is.
Oh, it's insane. I mean, it's like the Republicans and the Democrats, conservatives and labor are gone. They don't exist anymore. And like the reform, which is really Nigel Farage, which goes back to the Brexit, you know, that's what's picking up everything. 376 seats are going to pick up. They're going to have a super majority almost in Parliament if they had the elections tomorrow.
Yep.
It's insane. It's like, imagine in the United States if the Democrats and the Republicans in one election cycle disintegrated and had zero support, and two new parties popped up, the MAGA and the Socialists, and it was that kind of competition. That's what they're looking at. And the liberal parties over there are not doing well, No,
not at all.
So it's going to be an incredibly overweight conservative reform government in the UK, which is what they need, man. They need it so bad. And the longer they put off the elections, the bigger the numbers for reform are going to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah, and I think the more popular remigration will become. I think it's to their. I actually think it's to Labor's detriment to hold on to the PM spot and not call a snap election. I think it's actually a huge political mistake on their part.
Yeah. The problem is that it's their last moment. They know as soon as they hold that election, it's over.
Yep.
It's just, they're done. They're done forever. They go to the trash bin of history and they will never hold power again as a party.
No,
so
but
why would you give up power when that's your...
No, I agree. I see both arguments, absolutely. But they could coalesce with the Green Party and create a solid chunk third party that has a few seats, that drives a few wedge issues, and keeps the labor movement at least visible. But if they hold on till the end of 2026, I mean, Reform's going to have 400 seats.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's so I don't know. Sometimes you gotta, cut off the arm to save the human.
It's true. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta bite the bullet. Sometimes, for real. It is the case.
Mm-hmm. And the problem too that people have is, man, they voted for Brexit a decade ago. It happened before Trump even got into office. Yeah. And they've done nothing. They've just made the UK worse than the EU.
Yeah.
If anything, they didn't take back their country. They took it back and then just said, we're still going to go down this road.
Yeah. Blindly too, with no regard for facts whatsoever.
And in nearly every election they've had over there, the majority said, hey, we want to slow down immigration. We want this, we want that. And they just don't listen to them. And they keep speeding it up and spending more and more money until they're going to be absolutely broke and overrun with people who don't live there. Like Keir Starmer said, an island of strangers,
Yep, I saw a meme the other day that said England was going to be the first caliphate with nuclear weapons. That made me laugh and cry at the same time.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again, that unlike New York, London will never have a non-Muslim mayor again.
Not with the population.
For the next 100 years, at least, the way it's going right now.
Yeah.
If it keeps going like this, it'll never have another, Christian or Catholic or whatever mayor. London will always be a Muslim majority town from here forward that is run by Muslims, and it will creep and creep and creep further into, Sharia, which they all deny it. No. But there will be secular little pockets that will grow bigger and bigger and start connecting to each other that will be Sharia enforced. And the mayor will say, yes, go for it. Of course, it's your right.
Just like Minneapolis.
Oh, man. Well, that's a good transition. Let's go to Minneapolis. Nick Shirley, man. That's a name that we knew very well for a while now, a couple of years. But most of the world is just learning about Nick Shirley and his little son, Johnny.
Yep.
Who I never knew he had a son, little Johnny, until his last.
Virgin birth it was. Virgin birth.
Yes, of course. He's like, come at me, man. I'm a Latter-day Saint, Mormon basically, and I'm a virgin, and I'm 22, and come at me. Like, what do you got on me? I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything.
Yeah. You know, he's a pretty solid kid. He's out here, and he did some Portland videos out here. He's a lot less sensational than some of his other cohorts. I give him credit there.
Yeah.
He did a really wonderful thing making this fraud so apparent.
Yeah, and let's talk about that a little bit. When you talk about him out in Portland, there was that famous video of him at a Antifa rally or whatever it was. They were storming the federal building, pissed off at the deportations or whatever, and he's trying to go do his interviews and everything. Some Antifa guy comes after him and starts following him and harassing him and saying, "Leave, leave, 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 leave." And all of a sudden, the guy's got a green dot on his chest. You know, he's all black with the hoodie and everything. He's got a green dot just floating around his chest. And Nick's like, "Dude, you got a sniper target on you." The guy's like, "What? I don't care." Blah, 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 blah. And he looks down, and you can see him just go white, like ghost white, like, "Oh my God, I got a sniper target on me."
Yep. That is the Nick Shirley we were talking about. Yes.
Yes. So he goes out to Minnesota, posts this video. It gets, 150 probably million views by now?
Something like that. Yeah. And that's just on Twitter.
42 minutes of him going door to door to all these different daycare centers that are obviously not, there's supposed to be 100 kids here. And again, they're sitting out in the parking lot. It's January there. There's snow all over the place, and none of it is stepped in. There's no footprints anywhere, and any of the 100 kids are coming in and out of here on a daily basis. And you telling me not one of the kids jumped in the snow and made a footprint and kicked it and did whatever because it's snow and it's his kid? That's impossible. It's impossible. Place after place after place. That's what struck me the most. I'm just looking at the ground going, nobody's walking by here, man. This is a ghost town.
Yep.
But, each one of these places is getting anywhere from like a couple hundred, 100,000 to even upwards of $1 million a year to run these daycare centers for kids that aren't even showing up.
Yeah.
Each one of them is empty. Some of them, the phone numbers went to the governor's office. And what was it? We were laughing about it in the Quality Leering Center.
Yeah, the Leering Center. Yeah. They had a sign over their door that says Quality Leering Center. Supposed to be Learning Center. And that place, that place, they went in there, no kids, but it's been shut down before, and then it was given a reopening. Mm-hmm. They just went into that same place yesterday, the local news, with the inspector, and the inspector said, "No, you guys are okay. You're good to go. No problem." Like the fraud's all the way through up there. It's crazy.
Well, like the day afterwards, they shipped in like 20 kids in a bus and had them there, made it say, "Oh no, we're open. Look, it's all good. There's kids here."
Yep.
And that's probably when the inspector came through. Then I think it's boarded up now, though. A few days ago, they came back and it's like, "All right, we're done." They just boarded up and probably got on the next plane to Somalia with a suitcase full of $100 bills, which we had a TSA agent come out and say, yeah, there were all kinds of these people that would come in pairs. And about once a week, we'd see them come through. We'd check their bags and it'd just be full of cash.
Yep.
And they were flying to Somalia. And so they would take them aside, ask them this and that, take all the information and send them on their way. So just smuggling money in suitcases out of the country.
Yeah, I think the total fraud amount that they're up to now is anywhere between $9 and $19 billion, depending on if you're looking at just the fraud in Minneapolis or if you're looking at the greater United States.
Yeah. Okay, so the number I've seen in Minnesota is about 9 billion, but when you look at California, it could be 3, 4, 5 times that number.
Right, exactly.
And Ohio's got a huge numbers and, all kinds of other places. So,
exactly. And so they're estimating like 20 billion, if not more, on the low end, I would say 20 billion in nationwide fraud to these programs. And just the fraud in Minneapolis was more than the GDP of Somalia.
Yep. And I want to know what the swan population in Minneapolis is looking like nowadays.
I bet the geese don't land there anymore.
Yeah, right. They just fly right over. Keep going, folks. We're almost to Canada.
Yep.
Once you get over that border, you can land. It's all good, but boy, don't land here.
No, don't land there. Jim got barbecued last year.
Oh boy, but yeah, it's a big thing. It's been allegedly reported. There's all kinds of whistleblowers coming forward and saying that they told the governor about it. Governor Tim Walz, Tampon Tim, told him all about it, and they faced all kinds of accusations from racism to actual loss of job, you name it, like ramifications for bringing this forward, unless they just shut their mouth. I saw an interview with an actual daycare center in Minneapolis saying, what are these numbers? Like, they're talking like $10,000 a kid. We get like $1,000, per kid. Yep. Like, we'd love to get 10,000 a kid. You know what we could do with 10,000 a kid? Like, drop your kids off for daycare. We're going to fly them to, I don't know, Quebec. They can learn, French for lunch, and then we'll fly them back, and there you go. That's a good day for us at daycare.
Yeah, I actually know a little something about these numbers. I actually worked at a care center, and how you get to that $10,000 number is you get them all diagnosed with a special disability status.
Oh.
That was another part of this fraud that Nick exposed. It wasn't just these learning centers. Apparently, what they're doing up there is they're getting all of their children diagnosed as autistic and getting them on Medicaid, Social Security, and all of that. And that qualifies you for additional other benefits as well.
Mm.
They arrested a couple doctors who are just handing out autism diagnosis. I think the autism diagnosis rate in that area was like 156% higher than the surrounding areas. It was just absurdly obvious that they were running a scam.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, and it doesn't surprise me. There's been reports we talked about even before the Christmas break about the autism centers that were, signing this up. I mean, this was all coming out, again, way before Nick Shirley put this out, where we were reporting on it, that there was these autism centers that were scamming all kinds of money. They would basically have the parents, show up once every so often, get a little stack of cash, allegedly, and move on. And their kids, autism not, they don't care. Whatever, it's a kid. Of course he's going to hit his head against the wall for a half hour a day. Well,
especially a Somalian kid. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yeah. You call it autism, it's just a kid, Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was going on, and that's documented as well. Just all kinds of stories out there. Just look at, autism care fraud and the different nursing homes that, well, it wasn't a nursing home per se. It was, you could get up to like 90 grand a year if you claim to, say, be the dependent of your parents and you were taking care of them because they were, in need of home daycare, right? Yep. So they'd pay you to do that. And meanwhile, mom and dad are out, with a quarter of the money, their cut of the money, dancing, the tango at the local club, and they're fine. They don't need, someone to wipe their butt per se.
Yep.
But yet the money's going through, and they find it, and nobody seems to care. That's the biggest thing. Is this is systematic? It's embedded in the system, and when the whistleblowers allegedly come forward, they get told to shut up and sit down and go away and never bring this up again.
Yeah. And that's why I think if Trump really wants to really swing the positives towards the GOP for midterms, a great move would be pulling a Maduro on Tim Walz. Go in there, black bag him, arrest him, cuffs, and take him to court and charge him with all this concealing the fraud, whatever. Find something, charge him, arrest him, and get a new governor in Minnesota before midterms. He does that, and I guarantee every 18 to 29-year-old will vote for him.
You know who's running for governor of Minnesota?
Who was it? What's his name?
Nick Lindell.
My Pillow guy, yes. Nick Lindell,
yep,
yes.
The My Pillow guy, Nick Lindell. He's running. He's got his hat in the ring.
Perfect. There you go.
Yes. Somebody who just says, look, we're not going to put up with this garbage, And I'll have Hulk Hogan as my running mate. Yep, although Hulk Hogan has passed away now, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
you get the point.
Somebody like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Ted Nugent.
There you go. There you go.
Just clean it up, man. We just got to clean that up there. It's a disaster, and again, it's happening all over the country, folks. This is a systematic scamming of the United States. We talk about, the rich need to pay more and all that stuff. California is looking to put a tax out on anybody with who's a certain number of billions of dollars in wealth. And it's going to be 5% over 5 years. So 1% a year of your net worth you need to pay to the state. Okay.
Yeah, that's a great way to get rid of Silicon Valley in a hurry.
Exactly. I mean, unrealized gains are included.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So if you own a company, a startup that is, potentially going to be bought for X number of money by Amazon in the future, then some, bureaucrat in California can say, well, look, they might buy it for this, so it's worth a good chunk of that. So sell some of it and give us the money. Well, I can't do that. You know what I mean? It's like it's not even liquid yet. It's just a venture capital, like startup seed money,
Yeah. It's going to crush.
It's
it'll
crush. Ridiculous concept.
Yeah, it'll crush the wealth in the nation, in that state, and they'll leave. They'll go somewhere else where they're more appreciated. Their wealth is better protected, and that'll continue the downward spiral of one of the most beautiful places on earth. It's terrible what they've done to that state.
Yeah, and they'll go straight to Texas,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whereas a place like New Mexico is actually really nice. I mean, New Mexico is a beautiful place, but it's just unlivable. I remember the first time I went to New Mexico, I did a road trip through there, and when I first got my first RV, and was like, my God, this place is horrible. It's every commercial was for COVID. I was kind of going there in maybe like 22, 23. So it was way after, a year or so after masks were gone, where I lived. And I went in to get a cup of coffee in the morning from a gas station, and they wouldn't serve me unless I had a mask. And I'm like, well, fine, sell me a mask. And they couldn't even do that. I'm in some loop where I got to go dig through the garbage to find a mask so I can wear it in there or whatever, right? Yep. I think I got a bandana and they, let it slide. But it was just but it's a beautiful place. It could be such a beautiful place. It's like one of the only states that's seen net, migration out of the state for years, and no growth, no nothing. Albuquerque has such a bad reputation, but Santa Fe has a phenomenal one. But I don't know. But Texas, yeah, they're all going to go to Texas and sweat their butts off all summer.
Yeah, they'll suffer with the heat as long as they don't have to pay 5% of their wealth unrealized. Mm-hmm. In fact, they'll have no income tax down in Texas. I mean, it's insane that they think they can just tax their way out of what California is doing. It's insane. Yeah,
it is. It is shocking, in fact, because it's never worked. It's never going to work. You can't just say, hey, we're, with all that fraud and all that waste and abuse. I mean, the railroad track to nowhere, the high-speed rail they've been trying to work on for, 15 years?
How many billions of dollars was that?
Yeah, you look at the first, speeches Gavin Newsom ever gave about the high-speed rail. He was like a young kid back then.
Yeah.
No gray hairs anywhere in sight. And yet after $40 billion, they've got nothing, not one railroad tie laid. It's a disgrace, and yet they want more. Whereas Texas, it's like, oh, you sold your $20 million home in Beverly Hills. Now you want to move to Texas, and you can't even find a $20 million home.
Now prices are dropping around Austin right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you want 20 million, you're talking about like 50,000 acres out in the middle of nowhere somewhere with a 10,000 square foot home on it
and a working ranch.
But yeah, but anyway, folks, we've got to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We'll be right back after this.
All right, we are on radio break.
Right on time too. I like that.
We got Wobbly in the kick chat. We got Fat Rick Bateman in there and a few others. Man, starting to pick up.
There you go.
Fat Rick.
Welcome to the
And
show.
Sonia over in YouTube.
Sonia Galactica. What's up? What's up? What's up?
She is now up in around the Fort Worth area right now. Up that way. She was.
Oh, wow.
She did visit me. And she should be coming back down through later on. I don't.
Really? She did? She visited you?
Yeah, she visited me. Spent a couple
Nice,
nights here.
nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. She's a really nice person. Yeah.
Mm. I bet.
That is the beauty of travel. You get to see people, your internet friends. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's like the very first out of all these years that I've ever met anyone.
Yeah, right.
From in person.
Like,
from
like
the show.
even your hosts and stuff, right?
Yeah, including hosts. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we are pretty far apart, so that happens. Although John could probably get to you quicker than I could.
Yeah, I
Well-
figured he'd be down closer this way to visit at least or check in to see David Hogg, but it's winter time here, but it's still in like the 70s.
I don't have much
And
interest
that's,
in
like,
Texas,
really
honestly.
too hot for him. Okay, he needs it like
No,
in the
Texas
40s
just
and
isn't
50s.
really. I don't. It's all barbed wire fences, and it's not like it's a very different place than like the West.
Yeah,
Yeah, Texas is definitely
You know.
Texas.
Yeah,
yeah. Texas is. Yeah,
it's. It doesn't
Texas.
interest me for what I do.
Mm-hmm. Well, I expect one day, maybe someday, that Nancy will be knocking at my door with Raphael, which would be
Nice.
really fun. Yeah, that. But
Yeah.
she always says, "Yeah, one of these days I'm going to come out there." I'm like, "Okay, I'm waiting." It's been almost 20 years now. Because this year is 19 years on the air from me.
There you go.
In November, it'll be 19.
That is a lot of years on the radio.
Mm-hmm. And half of that, well, just a little under half that, I did some video streaming too, so to go along with it. But I'm doing more of that now, so trying to balance them all out.
Yes,
Give everybody as many options as they possibly can.
Spread the message wide and far.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, because not everybody listens to the radio anymore.
It's funny though that podcasts are so much like talk radio. Like it's really is one of the most interesting things about long form podcasts. It reminds me a lot of talk radio.
Yeah, but you do not get the forced breaks or like this, and you have to watch your language. Or you
It's
get
true.
fined,
That's true.
On the radio, yeah.
Back,
Well, and with podcasts, you can share content too. Like you can share you can read out of an article and have it in front of you while you're doing it.
Yeah.
That does. Yeah. The visual part does make it nice. You can provide evidence of what you're speaking on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got 30 seconds, and we'll be back on the radio side.
What did Willie come up with last time he was on? He said something,
no
and he
idea. It's hard to tell with
he sourced like Media Matters for it. He's like, it's right here on Media Matters. I'm like, okay, well there you go. There's your first problem.
I thought it was like Meet the Press or something. Here's your countdown: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition, January 4th, 2026. Yes, we made it to another year. And what a year it's going to be. I don't know, man. I was going to dive into something. Let's just do this, Doc. Any predictions for the year? First of all, where's Bitcoin going to be a year from now?
1 year from now, I have a prediction from Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago. I believe we're going to hit 69K by late third quarter, early fourth quarter, and that will be the bottom for this bear market.
Mm-hmm. And when's the next doubling?
That would be
or halving.
Approximately.
It's a halving, right? Not a doubling.
Yeah,
a halving.
Halving. Approximately a year from like 2 years from now, basically. I mean, it's not exact. It depends on how many blocks go through. It's based on block count, but it generally goes about every 4 years, 3 and 9 months. Sometimes depends.
Okay, and that's usually when the big bull markets like ramp up, right?
That's when the cost for the miners goes up, and then they have to sell it for more, which means they need to charge. And eventually, it pushes that price because of scarcity up. Yeah.
Yeah. Midterm elections, man. What do you see coming?
My current prediction is the Republicans definitely lose the House, but that's pretty normal.
Really?
That's not that unusual. There is a tight. I think the Senate may end up being 50-50.
Mm-hmm. And have you seen all of the plans we have, or Donald Trump has at least, for the 2026, gosh, I wish I could remember how to pronounce this, the 250th anniversary. I want to say it's like the Quecentennial or something. The 250th anniversary of the United States, yeah. And on New Year's Eve, did you happen to catch the display they did on the National Monument, or the Washington Monument?
No, I didn't. I didn't at all. I went to bed
cool.
Before. Yeah.
It was cool. It was.
I
really
saw some
cool.
pictures of it, but I didn't actually get to see it. Yeah.
It was like super 4K, like 10K. Just so crisp, and you think, how are they going to put that on the Washington Monument, so tall and so thin? But it totally worked. It was brilliant. Yeah. Very cool. It got me pumped up watching that. But we've also got in the fall, we're going to do an American sort of Olympiad. The best athletes from every state are going to come together and compete in DC for, different titles and whatnot. That'll be amazing. The 4th of July is going to be lit. And I mean lit. We've also got a WWE or something big event going on at the White House on Flag Day, which happens to be Trump's birthday.
We got a UFC event too, don't we? Coming up as well.
What event?
A UFC. Isn't there going to be a UFC?
Oh, that's what I'm probably talking about. Yeah, yeah. The what is it? The octagon. The
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they can buff. What do you call it? I don't know, fighting. Yeah. I don't watch it at all.
Fighting, mixed martial arts. Yeah.
Yes, mixed martial arts. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Basically, you can go in there and kick them, punch them, bite them, whatever. Just whoever wins.
Yeah, some gladiator type stuff.
Yeah. So that's going to happen. It's really going to be a big year. There's going to be all kinds of different things, and I hope. And I said this before when talking to Brent a while back, that this is really designed to bring America together, that we all just try to come together. You were old enough to remember 1976.
No, not quite. No, I am not quite that old, but I am familiar with the what took place back then. I had brothers that were that age.
Yeah. I was about 6, so I got a little Schwinn bike that was red, white, and blue, and it had the little tassels that were red, white, and blue, and man, that was like pride of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was great. There were parades everywhere. It was just a celebration that lasted, the whole summer, really. It just defined that year. The 200th anniversary of America. It was the definite. Everything was. Every commercial, everything was red, white, and blue all over the place. And I hope we get more of that. I hope it brings people together to love our country instead of being so divided. To find the things that make us great, like capitalism, free markets, not socialism. And we'll get to later in the show some of the things that, Clown Hour in Mamdani, the Mad Manny, in New York is looking to do. It's psychotic what this guy has planned.
Oh, did you hear his speech? Oh, we'll talk about that when we get there. But oh man, that speech.
Yeah. So against what's going on, Meanwhile, he's got constituents that are out celebrating this in the streets. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he's saying they hate it. But I really hope this year is a giant on-ramp to a lot more patriotism. We take a lot of people in the middle on the fold and just say, hey, man, love America. Love it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. How hard is that?
Well, for some of these weirdos in the streets in Portland, it's a little difficult. But hopefully they get caught up in the spirit.
Yeah. Wash the green dye out of your hair.
Make it red, white, and blue.
You
you don't even have to not dye
Exactly.
it. Just make it red, white, and blue.
Red, white, or blue. You can all stand in line. One red, one white, one blue. Boom.
There you go.
Beautiful thing.
There you go.
But yeah, nature colors different animals in bright, vivid colors to warn you that they're toxic and poisonous.
Very true. It's very true.
So don't pick one of those animals and try to mimic, just bring in some poisonous frog and say, hey, can you make my hair look like this? I love this. Right? Love your country, man. Love your country. Love where you're from. It's not stolen land. America's not stolen land. If America's stolen land, then every square foot of land on the planet is stolen from somebody, from some place at some point in time, at somewhere somebody fought somebody else. And even the indigenous, communities that they cite as being the, owners of this land, stole it from someone else.
Oh, yeah. The ones we bought it off of originally definitely stole it from other people. They have a whole oral history about it.
Yeah, who stole it from other people, who stole it from other people, who stole it from other people, and on, repeated ad nauseum through all of history.
It's almost like that's what humans
5,000
do.
years. Yeah, Go back 100 years and look at the borders of Europe. They're very different than they are today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Gosh, look at, Africa before it was colonized. My Lord. What they did when they left, that was the biggest, tragedy of colonization, was they just left borders that had nothing to do with the people living there.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Very similar situation we left in the Middle East as well. Well, Britain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the Balkans and all over the place,
Yep.
It's that, like people like to live together and be like people in in their own countries and under their own rule. And so when you go in and put arbitrary, maps down, it breaks that order.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's one of the things that really would benefit the United States a little bit is to redraw some of our lines. But we got to go to break, so...
we got about another minute left. Yeah, we got about another minute. So what do you mean, with state lines?
Yeah, I think we should redraw some of the state lines to better coalesce people together who are more alike. I think Eastern Oregon definitely deserves to be part of Idaho. They are much more Idahoans than they are Oregonians.
And Houston, the whole east coast of Texas, really should be part of Louisiana.
I mean, if they feel that way, yeah. I'm fine with that.
Up. But no, I hear you on the Greater Idaho thing. The Greater Idaho thing is a really big story that is, it's only going to grow and grow. It's not going away.
No, there's 13 other movements like that as well. It's not just Greater Idaho. There's 13 other movements.
Oh, yeah. When I spent time, 2016, I was in California, and there were all kinds, Jefferson County. I saw, or Jefferson, the state of Jefferson.
Yep.
Right? The signs everywhere for that. It was a huge deal, and they all wanted it. And I was south of Sacramento. I was way down there. Yeah. But, hey, they want out. But anyway, folks, we've got to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio show. Stay tuned for hour 2 right after this.
All right, I was just trying to make sure that we had enough time, for transition.
Yep, we got 2 minutes.
Taking it right
up
there.
We got 2 minutes.
Are we?
I took it right to
2 minutes and we
55.
would
What
have
are you
got
talking
cut
about?
off. You know, I have.
Well, no, I
I-
took it to
on
55
my
and ended it right
on
where I
my
should.
on my end, it was like 58 and a half when you came off for the timer.
What?
Yeah, on my end.
Your clock on your computer is off by 3
No,
minutes?
it's the one on Teams.
It's the time dilation. Gotta watch out for
Yeah,
it.
you got to watch that time dilation.
Oh, it was at 58 minutes. I see what you're saying. Okay, it was at 50. Like, yeah, you had 2 minutes left. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But we still have 2 minutes left. That's plenty of time. I mean, look, we're still using it. We still got a minute
right
left.
at the 55-minute mark, not 56.
Which is exactly where I took it.
No, you took it at 56.
No, I didn't. It's 56 right now. It's 7:56 and 12 seconds right now.
Not on mine.
I'm telling you, it's the time dilation between Texas and you, John. That's what it is. Time dilation.
Mark, I think I don't know, man. I've got 2 devices in front of me, both getting the same times. It's like to the penny. I don't know. What do you got, Doc? What's your time on your clock?
6:56.
I got almost
4. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, 57.
Not 57.
Okay,
yet.
you're about
30
20 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Telling you, it's time
10
dilation.
seconds out from 57.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hang this up, and
All right.
hopefully, I'm gonna go
Start
on
the next one. We'll see you there.
I'm gonna get us going on the other one for Willie. So, Willie is like, "Where are y'all?" I'm like, "Okay, well, we're right here." Okay. You're muted, Willie. There we go.
Hey, man.
There he is.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, man. Hey, what's going on?
How's it going, Willie?
You and your you and your shenanigans with Roger over the break, killing me, man.
Mm-hmm.
With Roger.
Yeah, with Roger the Dodger. You know,
Yeah, Roger Hanson, my shenanigans.
your shenanigans and his shenanigans together, are some big shenanigans. You know that?
Oh, man, I ain't
but
had nothing-
again,
I
I
ain't-
bet you didn't know because you know, but you didn't tell anyone that you knew, and now you know. All right,
You about got me
Yeah, just
lost,
ask him, Willie.
man.
just ask.
Look a hand now. Y'all got me all mixed up.
Uh-oh.
Where Roger Hanson at, man? Hey, there's that Doc 69.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Hey, man, what's going on with you?
Not too much. Glad to be back for the new year.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Hey, Doc, you act like he's all friends with you right now. Can I tell you what happened earlier?
What happened?
He saw you in my Discord, and he said, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah. True story.
I said, "It's friggin' Doc. What do you mean, who is it?"
Oh, Wobbly says that we're off because we use a 25-hour day clock now. So all the clocks are wrong. We have to get new clocks.
Uh-huh.
Again?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, because we're on 25-hour time.
We just did that like 4,000 years ago.
Yeah, well, happens every
What?
4,000 years, It's like leap year.
But, hey, this August, man, you don't have to worry about it no more.
Oh, that's
Uh-oh,
right.
what's
We'll
happening
just
in
use
August?
your time, right?
And all kind of mess coming up this coming up year, man.
Well,
What is?
that's
The meteor?
No, it's even worse than that.
Uh-oh.
Stay
Sunstorm?
tuned. Dispatch channel.
All right.
Dispatch time.
When we go live, you can tell us all about it, buddy.
Yeah, I miss old Doc 69 though. I
You
miss
couldn't even
John
remember who he
Galt.
was, you senile bastard.
Huh?
Get it out of your system now before we get on the air. All right.
Oh, silly.
I did turn 60 though.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, I think.
I'm sorry I was 10 years behind on that, Willie.
I'm officially
That's
an old
because
man now.
I didn't have the 25-hour clock.
It's true.
So how's that work? Does like the morning, the daytime add a half hour and the nighttime add a half hour? How's that work?
I think you just put a 13 o'clock on there.
A 13 o'clock. Oh.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark,
That's
man.
me.
Hey, I can hear. Hey, I ain't accusing you or nothing.
Uh-oh.
I'm just asking a question.
Hmm.
If anybody has ever accused you of not being real bright, and I'm just asking.
Well, when we're on air, I'll ask my kids about it, and I'm sure they're not going to tell me the truth. So I can't, say one way or the other. Like admit or deny.
Hey, man, y'all still got that Sonya Galactic around there?
She's listening,
She's up
last we
in
heard.
up Dallas Fort Worth area. She was down here with me for a couple days.
Yeah.
And she's coming
Yeah.
back. Maybe.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, hey, because she's
Unless you
smart,
run her
man.
off. Unless you run her off from me there, Willie. You wouldn't have done that, would you?
No, man. Hey, I'm gonna start stalking Nancy Planeta.
You're gonna stop. That's not a good idea. You Raph will take you out. You know what he did in the Marines, don't you?
Who that?
Huh? Her husband.
What are you talking about?
Her husband, Raphael. He'll hang you out to dry quicker than...
Hey, man. Hey, I got contacts, man, with the CIA and the Black Rock and all that other kind of stuff, man. Hey, we went in and took out Maduro, man.
Yeah.
Were you on the team, Willie?
Yep.
I heard that Aunt Mama Lou is going to be the governor and dictator of Venezuela now. Is that true?
Yeah, no, man. Hey, I was down there. I had my submarine, man. Hey, I was passing out water.
That water.
Well, I mean that's good because they have a water crisis down there. They're having a problem with their water treatment facilities, so that's good.
Well, Willie, are you handing out fresh water or salt water?
No, man, no, it was bottled water, man. Bottled water, man.
Yeah.
Hey, and I
From his
bottled
pea
it fresh
jugs.
from Moody.
From his
Again,
pea
bottled
jug.
fresh water or bottled salt water?
Yeah, no, it was bottled fresh water, man. I got it from Blackville, South Carolina. Y'all Googleize it, man. Hey, it's a famous place, man. Blackville, South Carolina. It's called
That's that limestone stuff,
like
right?
that.
Where they make
It's
the whiskey?
called God's Healing Acre.
30 seconds,
it's
fellas.
It is a natural spring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hey, Google it, man. Blackville, South Carolina.
So, Willie, is it correct that you're thinking about opening up a Somali daycare center in South Carolina?
And
Yeah,
here's
man.
Your countdown.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2,
All right, it's coming.
1, and you're live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show for January 4th, 2026. And it's our pleasure to have each and every one of you out there listening in. Boy, are you in for a good time. I have arranged an exclusive interview, with a gentleman who's in the process of opening up a Somali daycare center in South Carolina. Sir, are you there?
Yeah. Hey, man, look at him. He mess around. Hey, he right on one thing, man. Hey, hold on a minute. Hey, y'all, hold on. Hey, I got stuff going. Hey, let me pull this up. I got news, man. I got all kind of news and stuff. I got to pull up my hold up my
Do you,
paperwork, man.
do you have any
Wait,
news
you're
on my
not opening up a
cockroaches?
daycare center?
Yeah. Hold on. Hey, daggum. Yeah, there it goes. All right, yeah. Hey, there it is. Hey, look at here. Hey, we got stuff going on, man. Hey, for all y'all out there in Radio Land don't know, my name is Willie Lee, and I run Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and Willie's Cricket Emporium up in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, and I operate directly under Drake and Gus Productions, man. Hey, and we also run under Dragus Production. Dragus Productions, he kind of like an
Oh, no, no,
off-take
no, no. No
Drake and Gus
affiliation or
Production. Drakus.
association there.
Yeah,
Buddy.
no. Yeah. Hey, and we are on the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, but we also on top of a billboard, man. Hey, out here on I-26 in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, we broadcasting worldwide. We got news and stuff going on. Hey, hold on. Hey, here's what you got to do, man. First off, I gotta say hello, folks. How are y'all doing? Yeah, let me read you. Yeah. Hey, John Galt, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, Willie, it's great to have you on. How are you doing? I'm super.
Yeah. Hey, I'm doing good. Hey, and y'all got that Doc 69? Doc 69. Hey, he's smart, man. I'm telling you. Oh, look at him. He's smart. Hey, how you doing, Doc 69?
I am doing better now that you're here, Willie.
Yeah, hey, I got goings on, man. I got stuff happening. Hey, and I want to include you. Hey, that Mark Wojciechowski. Yeah, that's what his name is. I can't get it right, man. Wojciechowski or something. No, Wojciechowski. That was that guy off of Barney Miller. Hey, no, Mark
No
is
relation.
the producer. Yeah, hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh man, hey, we got. I get beside myself, man. Hey, I'm doing good, but hey, they stuck on a cow. Let me tell y'all about a cow. Hey, y'all think a cow is a cow, but a cow ain't a cow, man. Hey, Donald Trump is gonna be our new cow. Hey, you like, what are you talking about? Donald Trump's a new cow. No, hey, he's gonna be commander of the world, man. Commander of the world. He's a cow. Hey,
Yeah.
now this. Yeah, hey, this just in, man. Hey, I got it fresh off the line, man. Hey, this here come in, hey, cause y'all know I had something to do with all that that's going. I'm a top secret agent, man. Hey, and I got a lot of stuff to do with the Black Forces and the Black Forces and what they call the CIA operations. They call them the Black Forces. They under BlackRock and the CIA. Hey, y'all know the CIA got its own military. What they call a department, man. Hey, and they all kind of other stuff going on, and it was the what you call it wasn't the Army Rangers, Delta Force, man. Delta Force went in and extracted that Maduro fella, man. Extracted him.
Tell you where Aunt Mama Lou is? Did he give you any info on that?
Yeah, now, hey, last I heard, man, hey, this here is top secret, man. Y'all can't tell nobody. But Aunt Mama Lou, she is right now, as we speak, on the ground in Venezuela. And I ain't going to say one way or another was true or not true, man. Hey, but she is going to, man, she going to have Donald Trump, he done said, hey, look at here, we going to run that country. Well, they got that vice president. She's all up in arms, and she's hooting and hollering and cutting up and carrying on. And they got a general down there. He got on the stage, and he's cutting up and carrying on and talking about how bad it was, that what was done. And they didn't have no rights doing what they did, man. Hey, but I ain't gonna lie to you, man. They had an arrest warrant out for this guy for a while, man. And Obama didn't do nothing about it. Yeah, hey, Obama didn't do nothing about it. And
Joe Biden
Biden
put
about it.
Joe Biden put a $25 million warrant, bounty on his head.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
man.
So, hey.
Well, I mean, but I still haven't got my cockroaches. I mean, that's
that's
why
a
I
good
was asking
point.
about Emma Malou. I mean, you know.
But hey, Doc 69. Hey, and what? Hey, all y'all out there in Radio Land that don't know is I also I have a hand in cockroach milk, and y'all think it's all funny and nasty and all that,
Well,
but it is a delicacy. Y'all can actually Google it, man.
All right,
Yeah, no.
Willie, you've got a worm farm. What people don't know is on your worm farm, you don't just like grow, for people to go fishing with the worms. You grow the worms to make hot dogs for human consumption. And you ship them off to Europe where they love them.
Yeah, and
Your Cricket Emporium, you're making flour, cricket-based flour.
Cricket flour, man.
As some vegan approved, it's insects, but it's vegan approved because they're just insects,
Yeah, man. Hey, I run everything. Hey, I run everything through Greta Thunberg, man. Greta Thunberg.
But so for you to be in the cockroach milk, in the cockroach milk industry, it's just right up your alley, man. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard, and I would never eat any food you ever produce. If I was starving and I showed up on your porch and you said, "Hey, are you hungry?" I said, "I'm starving." You said, "Here, have a hot dog."
No,
I would run.
They're delicious.
Hey, it's good for you, man. Hey, look here, and Doc 69 is crying about he didn't get his cockroach milk, man. Hey, it's in the works, man. Hey, Saul Good. Yeah, hey, Saul Good was supposed to take care of that, and he didn't, and it's all good about worthless, but doggone, man. No, hey, y'all look at here. Hey, this right here, this is by executive actions by all nations across the planet in an effort to secure peace. It has been agreed that Donald Trump is to be known as Supreme Commander of the world, and all of the world's resources now belong to the United States of America. Look at him. Hey, that is just in, and y'all can take that to the bank, man. I'm telling you. And what I wanted to get old Doc 69 in on is, hey, I got new goings on. We talked about one time about hobby horses, man. Y'all ever seen the hobby horse competitions? No,
Yes.
Hey, look here. Everybody out there in Radio Land, y'all can Googleize anything that I'm saying, and if you don't believe me, just ask me. I'll tell you, man. Look at him.
Do yourself a favor. Do not Google this one. You will not won't get your life back. After you see it, you can't get that time back. So
hey, it's a real thing, man. Hobby horsing, man. Hobby horsing. These people get on a hobby horse. It's a broomstick with a horse head on it, and they run around the arena and they jump over stuff and go through hoops and all that. But hey, that ain't what I want to talk about, man. I want to talk about raw. Yeah, no, hey, I'm going to talk about raw dogging, man. Raw dogging.
Can you talk about that on the radio? I don't think you can talk about that on the radio.
Yeah, this is a family-friendly show, Willie. Family-friendly, remember?
Hi, and I know y'all was gonna say that, and I went and looked it up, man. The word, I got it wrote down right here in front of me, man. Hey, the word raw dogging, it wasn't heard.
If you're talking about eating a raw hot dog, that's all I want to hear from you. Other than that, stop it right there. I don't want to hear what you have to say.
No, man, hold on now. Y'all got to bear with me for a minute, man. Hey, I got to have.
I don't have to bear with you for a minute.
I got to have some leeway, man. Leeway. Hey, because the definition right here, the word raw dogging wasn't heard in polite conversation until recently. The raw dogging trend has seen travelers put aside their phones and their books and their music on long trips, allowing them to fully immerse themselves in the experience. Raw dogging create space for your mind to wander and daydream, man. Hey, that is according to Merriam-Webster dictionary, man. Hey,
there's some daydreaming, maybe. I don't know.
No. Hey, y'all can Google it.
As long as you don't look up the origin for that term, then I'm good.
Well, hey,
I wouldn't search that term alone, folks. Just don't.
Hey, I'm just saying that's what it says, man. And
that's a good thing. People should do that.
Yeah, man. Like I said, hey, don't believe anything I tell you, but just believe everything I tell you. Because the next
Mm-hmm.
thing I'm gonna tell you is about leads into something. Hey, remember what I told y'all, man? I've been studiorizing how you supposed to do in conversation and comedy land. You know, when you do comedy stuff, man, one thing has got to lead into something else. Hey, in Doc 69, this here's where you come in, man. Hey, look at him. I need some investment money, man. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, look at him. I know you.
Always asking me for money, Willie.
Yeah,
I thought
no.
you have a farm. You sell pea
All he wants is
jugs,
one
you have
Bitcoin.
hot dogs.
Yeah,
Come on
but
now.
yeah, no, hey, man, my money gets tied up and it gets lost, and it's all good. I mean, I don't. I'm riding around in a Pinto. Hey, matter of fact,
I think you should Maduro a good Saul Good, because it sounds like he's stealing your money. It really
he
does.
he is, man. Hey, I need somebody to get that money off of Saul Good. But look at him. Hey, here's the thing,
He's in
though, man.
Dubai right now. I just saw him
Yeah,
post an Instagram with his new Ferrari out in Dubai.
Oh, what
yeah.
a shocker.
Yeah, hey, that's my Ferrari, man. Hey, for all y'all out there don't know, Saul Good is supposed to be my manager. He's supposed to be managing my movie deals and all my commercial deals, and he's supposed to be managing my money and all my songs and everything. Hey, I wrote
Yeah.
songs, man. Yeah, hey, look at how I was famous one time, man. But hey, y'all sidetracking me, man. Sidetracking me is what y'all doing. Look at here.
We
Hey,
don't have a lot of time left, so
yeah,
I want
yeah,
to keep you on
hold on
track,
now. Hey. So
because
that whole raw
you
dogging
only have
leads
so
into
much
this
time.
thing. Yeah, hobby dogging. Hey, this is a real thing. Y'all can look it up, man. I ain't lying. Hobby dogging. Hobby dogging is Germany's viral trend of pretending to walk a
Oh, God.
dog. This ain't
That's
no lie.
ridiculous.
Hey, I'm reading it, man. Hey, dog trainer.
They
Dog
pretend to
trainer.
walk a dog.
Yeah, they do it, man. Dog trainer Barbara Gellinger holds a dog leash and explains hobby dogging. That's what she calls it, hobby dogging.
Oh,
To
How
course
did that country
participants.
start 2 world wars? I don't
Yeah,
get it.
no.
gosh, I remember
Yeah,
when I was a kid, I had one of those fake
yeah,
invisible dog leashes,
yeah,
where it was just like
yeah,
Yeah, I have one of those.
it went
Yeah.
out and there
yeah.
was a collar on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. That's exactly what
Okay.
it
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
man.
And
Hey,
they just
and
walk
they
around with
got
one of
these
those,
people.
and
Yeah, and that's what they do. They're walking around and they're going through hoops and they're jumping over these little hurdles and everything, man. And it's a bona fide competition. They're holding this leash thing with a collar on it.
Can we give Germany to Putin?
Yeah,
Can we just give Germany to Putin?
yeah,
Like, I'm,
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Putin needs to take over everything over there, man. Hey, let him. That's
oh,
what happened with. I ain't gonna lie. That's what happened with Venezuela, man. Donald Trump is looking at. And he don't call him Putin. He calls him Putin. He called up Putin and he said, "Hey, Putin." He said, "I seen what you're doing with Ukraine right there." He said, "You want all the minerals and stuff they got?" And Putin, he's like, "Yeah." Donald Trump got to looking around. He looked down there at Venezuela. He's like, well, they got oil, man. I ain't got just a little bit of oil. They got a whole bunch of oil. And so he took his idea from he took his idea from Putin in the taking over to Ukraine, and he's gonna take over Venezuela. He said Venezuela got a whole bunch of oil, man, and yeah, we're gonna take all that oil. But he's trying to make it like that all belongs to him. Like we had some kind of deal or something with Venezuela way back when, and then something happened, and uh, and they took all our oil companies and stuff, man. Hey, but I got it wrote down right here, man. Barack Obama issued an executive order to have Maduro arrested, never did, and Biden did the same thing. And then it's 50. I want to know who's going to get that $50 million, man. Hey, but what gets me is Donald Trump is saying that we went in there because and he said too, he said it wasn't a military action. He said this was a law enforcement action that we did. It was a law enforcement action, and the DEA is taking control over it and saying that he's involved in all kind of drugs and everything else, man. Hey, but at the same time, Trump pardoned a cocaine kingpin that ruled
From
Honduras, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog, yeah,
That was funny.
yeah, he pardoned him, man. Honduran leader, that was back in December, November, something like that, man. Yeah, look at him. Hey, and then Lindsey Graham. Hey, Lindsey Graham come out. Lindsey Graham, he done got caught up in a whole bunch of stuff too, man. Hey, but daycares. Hey,
Lindsey Graham
Yeah, he
sucks.
does.
yeah, he does. Hey, Lindsey Graham, he come out and he said something about some liberal Democrats and talking about, hey, they seem to be okay with a drug caliphate in their backyard, and if you can't
Have you been to
celebrate the
Portland?
fact
They're
that our
absolutely
military,
okay with that.
yeah. Look at him. He running off at the mouth, but he didn't got caught up in a whole bunch of fraud and stuff going on too, man. Look at him. Hey, censorship sucks. He told y'all. He said, look at him. This guy right here, he talking about me. That's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to open up my own daycare too, man. Hey, apparently you can get millions of dollars from the government just by opening up a building, and you ain't got to have you ain't actually got to have no kids in it, man. He said,
Well, I don't think they'll let you be around kids anyway, will they?
yeah, I'm out. Yeah,
You get that restraining order. Yeah.
I ain't got no record, man. I ain't got no kind of. I'll be around all kind of kids, though, man. Hey, but here's what gets me, man. I got a list. I done made up a list right here. Hey, because that's what people want, man. People want to see Trump arresting people and people being held accountable, man. You know what I'm saying? But here's the list that I made up, man.
We got 3 minutes, Willie. 3 minutes left in the segment.
Yeah, man. Hey, people Trump should have arrested before Maduro. Number 1, Hillary Clinton. Number 2, I'm just gonna read off 10 of them, man. Hey, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, George Bush, Anthony Fauci, Benjamin Netanyahu, man. Hunter Biden, Andrew Cuomo, Alan Dershowitz. Hey, I got to read some more, man. Nancy Pelosi, Justin Trudeau. Hey, man, the list goes on and on of people that should have got arrested before Maduro, man. Hey, because you look at that old Pam Bondi. She's supposed to be arresting people, but she ain't doing nothing, man. Every time you turn
she's going
around,
on Fox News.
Yeah, you're looking at absolutely nothing, man. Hey, here's some facts for you, man. I got it all wrote down. Oil prices right now are trading at $57 a barrel. That means that Venezuela's total reserves are worth $17.3 trillion. $17.3 trillion, man.
At $50 a barrel, too. Imagine that, goes to 100.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. Hey, Donald Trump, he ain't dumb, man. He got it all figured out by the time it's all said and done with. Come on.
Well,
yeah, that's a lot of money. They could pay off our national debt with their oil reserves. We should work out that deal. I think that sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, hey, yeah. That sounds like something from Inglourious Basterds. You remember that movie?
Oh, yeah.
He said, that's a good deal right there. I'd take that deal, wouldn't you?
I was thinking of you with that. Remember when Brad Pitt does that Italian accent? And he's like, he's like, yeah, I'm from Italy. Milan.
Yeah, Italy. But yeah, man. Hey, I don't know what this world's coming to, man. Hey, but here's something else y'all don't know, man. Hey, I got some stuff in the works, and you cannot tell Saul Good, man. Hey, I am working on some top secret stuff, and all y'all out there, Radio Land, y'all cannot tell nobody, because hey, we all like family on this show, and we keep secrets, man. Hey, look at him. I am working on a deal, man. Hey, there's a certain radio show
Willie.
out Yeah, no, hey, out of North Carolina, man, I'm gonna hook up with him, and hey, we gonna get famousified, man. Hey, I done told these people all about you, John Galt, and I done told
Uh-huh.
them about what you do and what you used
Well,
to
good,
do.
Willie. That sounds
Yeah,
great. Anyway,
yeah, no, hey,
anyway,
and they was
we're getting
no, they
down to the last few minutes. Where can
no,
people find your website?
they was real and hey, y'all can buy my chumderwear, man. I sell
No, 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 no,
chumderwear.
no. All right, folks, we've got to go to break. This is
No,
Censorship Sucks Roundtable
hey,
Radio Show. We'll be right back after this.
no, hey, flat Earth, man. Hey, look at here.
You got it in.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
man,
that flat
dude.
Earth at the end every time.
Flat
That's so
Earth.
great.
It'll never get old. Flat Earth.
We got to do a deep dive on the flat Earth with you, Willie. I mean, you know, if you're that into it,
Well,
it's a reoccurring thing now for what, 4 years?
He
No,
did
but
go
the
across
thing
the ice
is, though,
wall.
man, getting the hey, there's an ice wall, man. Hey, but it's what's beyond the ice wall. It's all the
Oh,
outer
yeah.
lands, man. It's the
There's
outer
another wall
lands.
after that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Okay. There's like infinite lands, even
Uh-huh.
beyond the Earth, man.
I
That's
thought it
what
was
it's all about.
I thought it was curved like a tortoise shell.
No, 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 no.
Well,
Is that the-
know the whole thing about the tortoise shell and the 28 what you call it sections on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? 28 sections on their back and how many around the
That-
outside edge?
Dude, that reminds me. I just saw a Hawaiian flag the other day, and I hadn't seen one in Europe. Do you guys even know what a Hawaiian flag looks like? It's trippy as hell. It's the Union Jack on the top. It's the American flag, but with the Union Jack where the stars are, and then there's 8 stripes for the 8 islands, red and white. And it blew me away that Hawaii would have the Union Jack in the top left corner of their flag.
Well, you know, it's not far-fetched that Venezuela could be made the 51st state because that's exactly what we did with Hawaii.
Mm.
The United States said, okay, Hawaii, you are now the 51st state. And they said, no, we're not. The United States said, yeah, you are.
Well, they said, we're going to put a military base here and, you know, populate it with like 300,000 people, and then we'll have a vote.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, there was no vote.
Oh, no, there was a vote. It was just like half, you know, the military won it, dude. Military people there. That's...
Yep. The what is it? Pearl Harbor base.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just like Hawaii exists as a state because we have to control it. If we don't control it, if like what, China's going to own it or Japan, you know what I mean? No. It's the most strategic spot on the planet as far as the Pacific Rim is concerned. You know, if you control Hawaii, you control the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, but we've got bases in Kwajalein, in the Marshall Islands, and Guam, and American Samoa.
It's our last line
Sure.
of defense after Guam.
Midway
Before
Island.
they
Yeah,
hit
I
the
mean,
mainland.
it's exactly. It's like you if you want to control the Pacific, you have to control Hawaii.
Well, do you know where
I mean,
the
that
very
was my
first
takeaway
Air
when I
Force
went out
base
there.
was ever located at?
The first Air Force base?
Yes, the very first Air Force base.
South Carolina on what's that hill where the Wright brothers?
Wrong.
Those were Army bases, weren't they?
That would be North
Air Force
Carolina and
Base.
Raleigh.
Yeah,
Very
the first true Air Force base.
True, the very first true Air Force base was Clark Air Force Base, Philippines.
Well,
Uh,
as a Navy
not
man, you would know
surprised.
these things.
I'm not surprised, though. I mean, that was one of our first major land acquisitions in that region.
Yep.
What was that? What year was Philippines? Did we take that? Was that in the 50s or was that earlier?
We got that. We were there since probably World War II. But anyways, 30 seconds.
Oh God!
Oh, no.
Hey Willie, man, we love you, bro.
I appreciate you guys. Love you guys, and
Have a good
we'll
night.
talk
Best,
at you a
bro.
little bit later on.
All right,
Look
Willie.
forward
I'll
to
see
another
you on
great
the
year with you,
Vixen's
my
Vault
friend.
probably on Wednesday. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you are live and back on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for January 4th, 2026. Doc, man, what a crazy show so far. We've covered so much.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting how much we missed, but it kind of all fit together pretty nicely. At least the major key components.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to get through the big stuff in the first hour. In the second hour, we try to get into like more of a low altitude dive, well, high altitude, of some other stories. Like, for instance, next week Congress resumes again, and man, the shutdown is looming right out of the gate. We've got this, situation going on in Venezuela. Chuck Schumer's screaming bloody murder about that, as you'd imagine.
Of course.
Yes. It turns out somebody leaked this to the Washington Post and the New York Times ahead of time, before we went into Venezuela, and they did not run with it. They didn't spill the beans. Pretty impressive, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, they do like their military interventions. So,
Well, for them, it's Trump. He's going to go, run a major military operation, and they're like, "We've got the scoop. It's going to happen in, like 6 hours." Now, someone did make a bunch of money on the betting markets.
Yeah.
Off that, there's like a couple mysterious accounts that made millions.
Yeah, there's a couple insiders that regularly make bets on Trump foreign policy decisions. There's somebody close to the circle, I'm certain, that is making these bets, because it's been pretty much every major international incident they've cashed. There's been this kind of activity, so there's definitely an insider in the administration using the betting markets. It's pretty entertaining, actually, because you can kind of get a window into where things are going well ahead of the news actually coming out.
Yeah, and who inside the administration leaked it? I would hope they find that out immediately. You know what I mean? Like right away. If you leak this stuff, where's the repercussions? But anyway, Congress, the shutdown really is a big thing. We could go back into a shutdown as early as the end of this month.
Yeah, that does not shock me.
No,
do we have another continue resolution prepared yet? Do we have anything on the table yet? I haven't heard.
Well, they can always sign a clean resolution. They put those up all the time.
Right.
Just a clean resolution. Everything keeps going the way it is, and we just keep, whistling doodad to the edge of the cliff that we're all racing towards. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
And make no mistake, America is a herd of cattle on a big butte that's running for a giant 1,000-foot cliff, and nobody's slowing down. It's just go, go, go.
Yep. They're hoping the AI wings sprout before we get to the ledge.
Yeah, exactly. The autonomous cars, the whole, the future, right?
The robots,
AI.
yeah, exactly. Yep.
And AI is just going to put so many people out of work. And I don't know, Elon talked about how you won't need to worry about saving for retirement because AI will just take care of that for you. What is that about? The blockchain is going to we're all going to get rich?
I don't know. I don't quite understand where he gets this concept from. I don't. Again, Elon's a really smart dude. So sometimes when he explains things, he's so out there with what he's seeing and how far ahead he's talking that it sometimes sounds absurd. He could be talking 50, 100 years down the road. I don't know. But I would think that if you lose employees who are no longer getting paid, they're not going to be able to buy things. So that's probably not a good thing. So you're going to have to do something there if you put a bunch of people out of work. There's going to have to be something for them to do, some way for them to live.
I mean, if AI and robots can start doing all the jobs, and at the end of that production line, there's just like filled up grocery stores, and on and on and on, and labor costs are no longer an issue. It's only like investment costs to the robotics, which just keep getting cheaper and cheaper. And then, of course, the AI would pretty quickly figure out what it needs to do as far as like growing corn, you know what I mean, or growing soybeans.
Right.
Right. It's not, you don't need to train the thing to be like a super genius. It's just got to put the seeds in the ground, keep them wet, and, hope it doesn't freeze.
And I would assume the transitional phase of that would be that the AI, because it can't do certain things yet, would assign jobs in almost like a kind of Uber Eats kind of way to people who sign up for an app that lets the AI assign you jobs every day. I would assume that there's some sort of something like that transitions us to the fully autonomous economy that they're talking about. But I'm just not smart enough to grasp where the need for humans to do things is going to come from. Like what are we going to do with ourselves as humans? We're designed to achieve and solve problems, achieve goals, solve problems. If we don't have anything to do, what's going to happen?
And
Elon's going to say we're going to Mars.
I hope so.
Yeah, and well, actually, we're going to the moon real quick. I mean, that's another thing that Trump is talking about this year doing, is going to the moon. And have you seen the plans they have for this thing and like how they're going to like populate it, Doc?
No, I haven't, actually.
It's really cool. It's okay. So instead of having a ship that'll go up there and like leave behind little buildings they can build or whatever, they're going to make a big ship that can land and then like slowly fall over to its side in in a methodical way and become the habitat.
Interesting.
Right? Yeah, so they can like the more ships they send up, the more habitat they have, and they can interconnect them and all that kind of stuff. And again, it's the moon; it's not Mars. It's it's a quick flight back and forth, comparatively.
Yeah, and it would. Well, I mean, I would figure to get to Mars, we'd have to build a permanent colony on the moon to begin with, because that would be the ideal launching place to get to Mars from.
Exactly. Yeah. You just wait until it all lines up, and whatever day of the year that the trajectory is right, you set off from the moon with way less cost in getting off the ground.
Yeah, it takes away all that.
There.
Yeah, it takes away all of that need for extra rocket boosts to get you off of the gravity of the Earth. There's not nearly the gravity on the moon, so it would certainly make sense that way. I did not hear that, though. That sounds interesting. I'll have to read into that. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah. And no atmosphere and all that kind of. It's just way easier to take off from the moon. Yeah, but it was a fascinating read. Watching like how they could set this thing up, and then eventually get it to the point where it can start mining. And there's water on the moon too. Like we've since discovered that there is, in fact, like places where you can get ice and turn it into water, which, of course, is a very finite resource that we know of today. Down the road, you might, dig a hole 10 feet deep and be like, oh no, this whole thing's full of water.
Right.
And it's like the best water ever, right?
Right. Yeah. We don't know what's under. We haven't really done any full scale mining up there yet to see. I mean, China has done some stuff, but they haven't really got too deep yet. They've only gone down about 10 to 15 meters in their depths. They're a little bit ahead of us, but they're nowhere near the capacity to get up there that we do, with capitalism pushing our space industry. Like it's with what Tesla, or sorry, not Tesla, but SpaceX has been doing. They built things that China can't even conceive of because they just don't have that creativity available to them.
Mm-hmm. So, I told you earlier that we were going to get into some Mad Manny. New York City, the now Democrat socialist New York City, the socialist city of New York City, is going to put into place something called the Community Opportunity to Purchase Act, COPA, that will force private building owners, and I'm reading from Post Millennial here, to offer up the property to nonprofits and government entities before they can make any private sale, effectively causing massive delays in property sales and other regulatory hurdles in the Big Apple's housing industry. What they have to do is put it up. Okay, so you want to sell your house. Let's say you're down in Miami. You still got a couple, 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom places up there that you're renting out. They're investment properties, and you're like, okay, I need some money. I want to sell my 2-bedroom on 51st and 7th or whatever. Okay, so you want to put it on the market. You call up your real estate agent. They're going to say, okay, first of all, we have to offer it up to a bunch of different, to the city of New York, and then a bunch of nonprofit NGOs. We talk about them all the time. Non-government organizations, nonprofits, whatever. BlackRock might have a, nonprofit where they buy housing in New York City, but it's still BlackRock at the end of the day, right?
Right.
And so you got to sit it there for 20 days. I'm sorry, 25 days.
That's nutty.
Right? Okay, so then, let me actually just read from this article specifically. The act dictates that landlords must first tip off the government entities and nonprofits that qualify and may not take any action that will result in the sale of such covered properties to a person other than those entities. Then the owner must sit on that property for 25 days as it is up for sale to the nonprofits, which can submit statements of interest. And if a statement of interest is submitted to the property owner, the nonprofit entity then has 80 days to submit a first offer.
Okay. What? That's going to make it so complicated. Oh, my goodness.
So what they're going to do is on the 24th day, they're going to send out all these, we're interested. It's a letter of interest.
Yep.
A statement of interest. Now, oh crap, on the last day I get a statement of interest. Oh my God. Okay, now, if that is submitted, the property owner, the nonprofit entity, then has 80 days to submit a first offer. And then only after rejecting any offer from the nonprofit during the 80 days would the owner then be able to list the property for public sale. Okay, so what you can do in every other city in the world is you go to your real estate agent and say, hey, will you put this on the market for sale? And they say, sure, no problem. And that day, your market is for sale. In New York, that could likely take 105 days to happen.
That's crazy. There's no way that's going to absolutely make the market there, the property market, insane. That's going to drive people out of the market.
You think it can get worse?
Oh, I know it can. I mean, did you hear his speech? He was talking about the warm embrace of collectivism. Oh, man. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
So let's say it's been 105 days. I finally say, bam, I put my place on the market. Okay, and I want $3 million for it. And you, through your agent, contact me and say, done, cash deal, let's go. I'll pay 3.2. Okay. I then must submit that to other nonprofit and the city and all that stuff again and give them 15 days to match your offer. And if they match your offer, they get it.
That's crazy.
Right?
That's crazy. So nonprofits, so if a hedge fund just builds their own nonprofit, quote unquote, nonprofit, they can just buy up every house in New York.
As long as they're, meeting certain problems, I'm sure that they're going to have some criterion. Mamdani thought this through and said, well, they must rent it out for, this, and it's got to be, rent controlled and all the other buzzwords, right?
Yeah, but the property ownership alone is leverage to run an entire other hedge fund off of. That's insane.
It's a nonprofit, right? So it's quote unquote nonprofit, but we all know how that works. Like, you want to make the big money, you work for a nonprofit nowadays, And, the NGOs are nonprofits, right? That's NGO, nonprofit, same thing.
Yeah.
Non-governmental organization, just think the same thing. There, and again, what list? Who's going to approve the list of which organizations are approved NGOs or nonprofits to purchase these homes?
Well, that's that leaving that up to New York. Well, there's going to be all kinds of fingers in that pie.
But what are we talking here? Like 130 days till like most sales can ever even happen?
Yeah,
for
crazy.
for them to have 80 days to submit you a bid. Man, if you're out there buying a house and one comes up and it's perfect and you want it, you submit a bid like that day on that house or that apartment, whatever. You know what I mean? You're pre-approved. You're out there with your real estate agent. You say, wow, this place is great. It's right in my budget. Let's submit, the high end of my budget for it and let's get it. I want to get it. I don't want to like lowball it, right?
If you go through the whole process and at the end of it, somebody else wants it, they can just take it. So you're out the 180 days or whatever you waited.
And as the buyer, even to put a bid on that place, right? I now have to wait. I put in the bid. Now I have to wait 2 weeks to see if some NGO is going to match my bid and take it out from under me.
Yeah, that is nutty. I don't see how that's going to be a positive thing in any way, shape, or form.
Well, you know what it does though? It makes real estate in New York way less attractive to anybody. So it's just going to go down in value, which is probably good for mom. That's what he wants, right? Let's make rent go down. We don't want these high values for these homes.
Oh yes, because everybody should be able to afford to live in the greatest city on earth, right? That's communists or something.
Hey man, if the value of homes goes down in New York City, then it's cheaper and people can buy homes. You can finally say, hey, I can move to New York and actually get a good job and buy my first home. So I mean, it makes sense from a socialist commie standpoint. You're going to crash the market, but that's kind of a good thing. You want to crash the market.
Yeah, New York Stock Exchange guys might not like that so much, though.
Mm-hmm.
it's especially with the losses that are already on the books for the commercial real estate in New York. The banks are holding on to like $380 billion worth of real estate that's underwater. So I mean, they dropped the housing prices down. I don't see how the investment firms will deal with that. They'll have to go into the business of being non-for-profit.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
It's it's wild. I mean, it's one of those things. And again, if you knock the real estate market in New York down 20%, you're screwed. Look at God. We talked about Portland, where you're from, many a time. How's some of the most valuable buildings, the Keystone building in your city went from I don't know, a few $100 million down to $30 million in the last sale.
It was 7 cents on the dollar. It sold for.
And talk about fleece the rich. Let's tax the rich because they make too much money. Well, the guy who bought that was a rich dude. And he lost 93% of his investment in that. And so he's probably nowhere near as rich as he was before.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least the homeless got to do drugs for 2 years.
Yeah. and then the real players are going to step in and buy it from him for 7 cents on the dollar. And, it's almost like a RoboCop. The plot from RoboCop where Detroit is they're trying to destroy the city so they can buy everything up for nothing.
I think they are. Actually, I think that is the case. I think that's actually what they're trying. They want to replace the current cities with hybrid smart cities with all these big super condensed towers so they can pack 20 million people into every city. That's what I think they actually want to do. That was the whole goal of the Great Reset, the 2030 agenda, was to consolidate everybody into big cities, big smart cities. Yeah.
And you talk about a smart city, but I mean, I lived in a high-rise in Chicago when the power went out for a day. And that sucked.
I bet.
I was 30 flights up, man. If you want to go downstairs, you got to mean it. You know what I mean?
If you want to go back upstairs, you got to mean it.
Yeah, it's
I got to stay down here on the bench. I'm gonna take a nap down here.
Anyway, Time, the year in review. Big, important magazine, Time, year in review. It missed one thing big, which was the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Didn't make it.
He should have been on the cover.
Yeah. Trump returns. Israel hostages released. Los Angeles fires an American Pope. Ovechkin passes Gretzky. Those are the last. Heist of the Louvre. The Heist of the Louvre made the list, but Charlie Kirk didn't.
That if you thought you hated the media, you don't hate them enough.
Yeah. You know why it missed it? And you know why. Tell everybody why they missed it.
Well, because Charlie Kirk is evil Nazi, and evil Nazis deserve what they get.
Charlie Kirk was a saint among men.
Yeah. Yes.
A living saint among men, literally. And now people know it. They all agree. There's so many people that wouldn't have agreed with that, last June. I said, he's pretty good, but I don't know about a saint. But now we know the truth. We know everything. And the dude was as close to a saint as you get in this world.
I would call him one of the few real Christians I've ever had the experience of like having in my cultural worldview. Growing up in Protestant Northeast Pennsylvania, there were no true Christians who lived the word in the book like Charlie. And it was quite impressive. It was quite impressive for that feat alone, let alone all the other things that he did.
You took the words right out of my mouth, man. You said it brilliantly. You really, truly lived the life. He helped so many people that he didn't have to, and just did so much. And it all, you give unto others and it comes back unto you. And that's how he lived, and it exactly worked out that way.
Yep.
So, let's see. Donald Trump just showed off the entire room. He's got something coming called the Triumphal Arc, right? For 250th birthday of America. It's going to be located near the Arlington Memorial Bridge. It's huge, huge. And they're calling it the Arc de Trump.
Yeah, actually, I one of the few things he's kind of gaudy, not my tastes at all. But this thing is awesome. I actually think this is the kind of thing that if we're going to have the governments do to make America proud, it's to build monuments of great accomplishments and history. And like, I would love to see somebody rebuild the statues that were torn down by BLM and put them in a museum if you have to. I don't care. But those are the kind of things that really bring people pride in their country.
Yeah.
Is having beautiful monuments that people are in awe of for centuries.
Yes. Now, for the record, this is a, arc to commemorate the 250th anniversary of America. Yeah. It's, it's the nickname is the Arc de Trump. But that will still send shivers down the spines of so many people that will have to drive under it or through it or around it or look at it for centuries. TDS ain't going anywhere for at least the next decade or two.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
For the people that really have it and believe in it, Rosie O'Donnell's not going to come around anytime soon.
Oh, and I'm sure her daughter caught a extreme case of it as well.
Daughter, son, I'm not even sure. But let's not even go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hollywood is Hollyweird for a reason.
This is true. This is very true.
And she tried to do a 48-hour break from Trump, and she's like, I couldn't even do it. But anyway, speaking of Hollyweird, report says 41% from Breitbart, 41% of Netflix shows for children contain LGBTQ plus content in 2025. 41%. Okay, I see, exposing kids to this, but at 41%, you're really shoving it down their throats.
Yeah, that's not an accident. That's intentional. 100%. You don't get to that number naturally. You have to force that to happen, especially in kids programming.
Kids programming. Say it like it is, man. Kids programming. What a ridiculous concept that we're even having to talk about this.
Yeah. That's but that's the problem with having a Netflix type system where they are in total control of the creative process. They decide what is and isn't under whatever banner. Like, there is no like. You actually have to be aware as a parent. You can't just hand the remote to your kid and be like, there's only 3 channels. Can't watch too much wrong.
Yeah, it's
like,
Netflix. How bad can it be? Just stay on like Netflix. That. As long as you don't leave Netflix, we're good. But then all of a sudden, it's just, your kid is being taught that they're probably gay. And that's the issue with it. Yep. You know what I mean? It's one thing to be tolerant of it, but it's another thing to just shove it down their throats and say, hey man, you should probably try it. You don't know if you're gay until you actually put it in your mouth.
It's very similar. It's very similar to the trans thing on TikTok. It was being promoted by the algorithm, and it convinced a lot of kids who are just having a rough time in life that they were trans, and now they're damaged for life.
Yeah, or suicide stuff, man. Look at the AI with suicide. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Folks, welcome to 2026. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, and I just want to say what an honor it has been to have each and every one of you listening in. But we got to cut it here. We're out of time. We will see you on Wednesday night and every Wednesday night thereafter for the rest of the summer, every Sunday night for the rest of the summer through the year. 2026 is going to be a big one. And we can't wait to see what happens. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you later. Good night, everyone.
Do you want to do an after show?
I gotta head out, guys.
Okay,
I'll talk to you guys later.
To me.
All right, man. We'll see you.
All right. All right, folks, if you're still around and you're still listening, we are going over to the Great Conspiracy. If you're on Kick. All right? Have fun over there, and make sure you guys say hi to everybody over there for me. All right? So let me put that up. Hosting over. Wonder why it's not allowing me to do that. There we go.